What's up everyone, it's Nick Freeman here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be going over some tips and tools on how to increase your bench max. These may not work for everybody, but these are what I use to increase my max from what it was here in this video, which is about a year and a half ago, at 215 for a pretty poor form 1 rep, to what it is now, which is 315 for 2. Also in other news, I did start my cut today, so that means yesterday was peak bulk at 185 pounds. If you're interested in what my diet is on the cut, I'm going to be releasing that video next week. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, turn on those bell notifications so you don't miss that. But what this means is I'm rocking some oatmeal for this morning. And because we're going to be pretty low on energy, I am rocking the Bucked Up Woke AF for pre-workout. If you want any Bucked Up products, don't forget to use code NICKF02 at checkout. The link is going to be in the description. My two favorite products are the American Rocket Pop Woke or the Pink Lemonade Stim Free pre-workout. A lot of people sleep on the Stim Free pre-workout, but especially if I'm working out late at night, I definitely want to rock with this instead of the caffeine because it's going to give you all the same focus and the pump that the regular Woke is going to give you, just without those jitters, so I can actually get to sleep at night. Now that all that's out of the way, I will catch you guys at the gym for this bench routine. So getting right into it, I start each bench session off with one set of pull-ups, not enough to actually tire me out, but just enough to give me a little bit of a lat pump. What this is going to do is it's going to give blood flow into my lats, making my back slightly wider and giving me more stability on the bench. Now I have 2 warm-up sets with weight that is easily controlled. The reason for this is so that I can maintain perfect form and a good bar path. By maintaining perfect form on these 2 sets, you're going to develop a muscle memory. That way, you do not even need to think about having perfect form on your later sets with higher weight. It will automatically happen because that's what your muscles are used to. Now for my first working set, I'm going to be doing 8 reps at around 70% of my max. Then for my next working set, I'm going to be doing 5 reps at around 85% of my max. Now for my final working set, I'm going to be doing 2 reps at around 95% of my max. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys, when I was filming this video, I was feeling pretty weak that day. It could have been any number of factors, but sometimes it just happens. Now, to show you that I actually can do 315 for 2, here's that video. Now I finish off with 1 set of around 8 to 12 wider grip paused reps. This is because the weakest part of my bench personally is right at the bottom when it's touching my chest. This is going to help target that weakness and to help me explode out of that bottom portion of my bench. Lastly, I want to note that on these paused reps, you'll notice that I'm not ever losing tension on the bar. What this means is the bar, although it's touching my chest, it's never fully resting on my chest. So that's going to conclude the actual benching portion of this routine. I do want to say that this benching routine was supplemented with other auxiliary movements for both my chest and my triceps. The other chest movements I typically do are going to include a dumbbell bench variation, either flat or incline, dips, and pec flies. And then the other tricep movements that I typically include are going to be a cable tricep pushdown variation and skull crushers. Now, I do want to say that another major factor in the strength that I built was the fact that I was in a calorie surplus for a majority of this past year and a half. I went from around 150 pounds in that first clip that I showed you at the beginning of this video to around 185 pounds now. Simply by putting on this weight, you are going to increase your strength as long as you are training hard and with intensity and progressively overloading week per week. If you're unfamiliar with what progressive overload is, what it is it means that week per week, you progressively put more and more weight on. So say 1 week you're doing 115 pounds for 5. Next week you're going to either be doing 120 pounds for 5 or you're going to be doing 115 pounds again, but this time increasing your reps. Progressive overload is one of the best ways to both build strength and build muscle mass. With all that said, I do want to say that I'm not a power lifter. Increasing my bench max was not my main priority during my training over this past year and a half. My main priority was building a more aesthetic physique. So if your number one priority is simply to increase your numbers on bench, this video may not be the one for you. But if you want to build an aesthetic physique and increase your strength at the same time, I recommend trying these out. And with that, that's going to finish off the video. If you are still here and you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You definitely don't want to miss these next couple videos. They're going to be some of the best yet.